Hello everyone, welcome to Podmas 2018 for Shelly Saves the Day. And if you don't know what Podmas is, this is an experiment where I will be releasing or trying to release a podcast every day up until Christmas. I hope you're excited to have some new content coming at you from my podcast. I know I'm super excited and I am ready to go, so let's go ahead and get this party started. Welcome to Podmas. Hello everyone, welcome to Podmas Day 3. I want to thank you so much for hanging in there and tuning in. If you were with me yesterday, I gave a recommendation of my top 5 books that I would recommend to up-and-coming or new YouTubers or seasoned vets as well. I think it's still extremely helpful to always be learning and learn and grow as we are going through this process of being online video creators. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you've read any of those books, I would love to hear what you thought of them too. Today, it's kind of a very similar vein. I want to talk about 8 different YouTube channels that I think new creators or seasoned creators should be paying attention to. I chose 8 because it was hard to bring it down from my hundreds of subscriptions and people that I like watching, but I chose 8 in honor of Hanukkah, 8 crazy nights, so I chose 8 awesome creators. So these are in no particular order, and I am definitely curious if you've listened to any of these people, watch their videos, drop a comment on this podcast and let me know if these are also people that you listen to or watch, or if you have someone that you think is just out of this world fantastic, leave it as a comment because I totally want to learn from as many people as possible. So the very first one should be a familiar set of names and faces. It's going to be Video Influencers channel, and this is run, of course, by Sean Cannell and Benji Travis. These are the same people that were in, you're probably going to see a lot of repeats, but they wrote a book called YouTube Secrets. It was in my top 5 book recommendations yesterday. So I do enjoy the most. They do interviews with different creators, and like I said, I just think it's a really great channel, and they do some gear reviews too, which is really awesome, so definitely would recommend them. The second, which is the first half of the Brothers Grimm, is what I like to call them, or the Nimman brothers, and that is Nick Nimman, and he has a great channel full of helpful how to be on YouTube, how to work with SEO, how to work with awesome tools like TubeBuddy, and also just as a side bonus channel, I would say go check out TubeBuddy's channel. I am on there. I'm doing a live broadcast last month, and there are several other awesome creators that got to do guest broadcasts last month, which was so cool. I'm so appreciative of being on their channel, and I would definitely recommend checking that out just as a bonus one. Okay, but yes, back to Nick. Nick is fantastic, and he's very honest, and he's fantastic resource, and I would definitely go watch and learn as much as you can. He is one of the first people that helped me really understand how to set up OBS, and that is what I was using when I'm trying to live stream and make it look a little bit nicer than just doing like a Google Hangouts. So I definitely owe a lot to Nick when I've watched him, and I would recommend checking him out. Next on my list is Roberto Blake, and Roberto, he is wonderful because he has this whole no BS, gonna give it to you straight, I'm a little argumentative or a little bit, I don't know if some people might say he's overly confident, but I think he's coming from this great place where he really does want to see people succeed, but really by getting out of their own way, or not letting them take shortcuts, or not letting them think that they are more advanced than they are, or farther along than they really should be. I think he's really into, documenting the process, really going through it, really understanding, having more data points only by actually putting out more videos. And he's also about don't sell yourself short. What you have is valuable, ways to become more of an entrepreneurial spirit, ways to find something that you're good at, market it, and sell it so that you don't have to be a starving artist, but also understanding that sometimes you work for free if the opportunity presents itself and can pay off in the long run. So he's definitely, he's got more than 1,000 videos on his channel, every video may not be for you, but I bet you some of those videos are going to be very helpful for you. So I would check that out. And then the next channel, it's kind of a offshoot of the YouTube channel itself. They have one called Creator Insider, and then they also have like YouTube creators. Creator Insider is where you actually have people from Google who are popping into the channel to tell you about like updates, things that are going on, new features, and it's just a great like quick video, usually weekly. It's kind of just giving you like some of the updates of everything you should be aware of. So it's definitely a channel that you should be checking out, because they're going to let you know when they were doing that experiment for not letting people see your user generated thumbnails, or they're going to let you know about different tests that are going on. It's a really educational channel, and they try their best not to make it too dry, but you know, some of it is a little dry, but it's worth checking out. I would definitely recommend that one. And then the next one after that, okay, so where are we? I'm going to go with the other half of the Nimmanati, and that is D. Nimman. I think D is a really great resource. He's fairly newer to YouTube, and I love so much that he is so niche with what he's doing. He's doing how to be a better creator from your mobile phone. You know, he's really about mobile video creation and how, you know, anybody can do YouTube with the resources on their phone. And I love that so much about him and his channel. And he's doing it. He's in there. He's a lot of tutorials. It's a lot of educational. And I dig that so much. He's really in there and doing all of these things. And, you know, he's a really nice guy. Both of them are super nice. They do a lot of live streaming. They like to interact with the community. I really, really enjoy both of them. And I think it's amazing how they're both so good at educational type content in completely different realms. So I would check out both of them. And then next is a name also that you would recognize from yesterday. It was the author of Vlog Like a Boss, and that is Amy Landino, formerly Amy Schmittauer. And the channel used to be called Vlog Like a Boss. Now it's Amy TV. And if you look at it, it used to be a lot more about how to vlog, how to feel comfortable on camera. She's transitioned more into time management and, you know, really like calendar blocking and being efficient with your time, which is really cool. So it's kind of a new space, but it's kind of related at the same time, because once you have your house and your schedule in order, then you can go out and do all of the things that you need to do to be more creative. She had a great video about, you know, how her content has changed. And so if you look at her book and you look at the video formula that she has, it is different than the videos that she's putting out now. But that's okay, because she's grown. She's gotten the ability now to make longer videos that aren't as exactly to the point. And so I really appreciate watching the journey that she's been on, because I've been with her since under 40,000 subscribers, and now, you know, she's doing really, really well. So definitely check her out. And then speaking of women powerhouses, I would also check out Leonard Uzi. And Sunny, she's great. She's up in, I think, Vancouver, and she had a lot to do with marketing and individual client work, and then she basically became this powerhouse, started her own company. You know, her channel is great. It was a lot focused originally on how to help individual business clients, and now she has like her own educational courses. She's working with clients and helping them achieve their goals. She really high energy, and she's so beautiful, of course, too. But I think she's so smart, and I think that if you listen to what she's telling you, you can learn a lot. You may keep in mind though, so most people I listen to at like 1.5 to double speed sometimes. I wish they had a 1.75. There are some people you just right in between. And she is someone that I usually will only do up to 1.5 because sometimes when she gets really excited, she gets animated and she starts talking really fast. Same with Amy Landino though, but I think it's also because she does a lot of jump cuts where she cuts out her breathing. So if you watch a lot of her videos, they're still very quick paced because a lot of that editing that she does, which is really awesome, which is just a stylistic choice that she's made. And then, but Sunny is great. And she was also one of the people on the guest video broadcasts on the TubeBuddy channel last month. And I believe her topic was the hot video script, which, well, I shouldn't tell you what it stands for. I should make you go watch that video, but I know what it stands for. And but it's a good formula. And in fact, I've been thinking about how I can implement that hot strategy into my own intros and videos and such. So definitely go check that out. Last but not least, in spurts, I don't check in for every single thing because, man, the guy's busy and he's very prolific at putting out content, but that would be Gary Vaynerchuk. Of course, don't listen to him while kids are around because it's not a matter of if he's going to drop an F-bomb, it's how many in that however many length video he's going to drop. But one thing I would also recommend, if you've never seen him before, one video, my favorite video of his, and I told it to him to his face, that when I saw him at VidSummit, my favorite video of his was how to deal with your haters. It blew my mind. It was just so everything that I needed to hear at that time. It was a day when I was feeling particularly down about myself because someone had called me an ugly, fat, whatever for the umpteenth time. And I'm just like, I don't even know why I'm making videos. And in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe I should just stop making videos. And watching him talk about haters and being by a literal dumpster and being so passionate about how you can't let those people affect you, it really made me feel so much better and decide that no, it's totally cool to keep going and to just, block that person and move on with my life because they were not spending another single minute thinking about how that comment made me feel. But I shouldn't be wasting days, hours, months on how that person made me feel, if that makes sense. So I owe a lot to Gary Vee, and I'm so appreciative of when I listen to his content. Sometimes I feel like, man, you're talking to me, and then there are other times when I'm like, Gary, man, I've heard the same thing 5 years in a row or something. And it's true. It's about consistency, and his message never wavers. And then I'm like, oh, well, if I'm still listening to it now, I haven't taken action. I haven't done something. I haven't implemented, because that's why I feel like when I said like in spurts, he's there to give you that motivation. And then I think he would prefer it if you weren't sitting around listening to him, watching him. He wants you to go out and do and document and create, and then come back when you need another jolt, or come back and tell him, he's done something awesome for your life. And so I really dig that about him, because he really does try so hard to give more than he takes. But I don't want to spend the entire podcast episode talking about my love for Gary Vee, but definitely a big Gary Vee fan. Okay, that was 8 1/4, because there was a bonus asterisk with TubeBuddy in there, but 8 channels that I believe that any YouTuber should be following who is interested in learning more about becoming a YouTuber. These people may not be people that you necessarily want to watch if you have no interest in creating videos, but if you have the interest in creating videos, these are people that I believe should be on your radar. Now, if you have people that you believe should be on my radar, please let me know who they are. Drop it as a link, drop it as a comment in the comment section. I want to check them out because I love these people, but I'm sure that there are other awesome people out there that I can also be learning from. So that's going to wrap it up for today's podcast episode. I hope that was enjoyable / educational for you. I hope you come back tomorrow for Podmas Day 4. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. That's going to wrap it up for today's Podmas episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed our time together, I would love it if you gave a 5-star review on whatever listening platform you are tuning in from. I do not take our time together for granted. I know you could be anywhere and listening to anyone, and you chose to spend your time with me, and I really appreciate that. I will see you in a Podmas episode very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.